please go directly to your chairs. Do not open your packets until you're instructed. Okay? Thank you.
So during the next hour or so, you'll be participating in an experiential activity of what it might feel like to be part of a family or an individual who are having trouble making ends meet. Or you may be taking on the role of one of the millions of children whose parents are working in 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet. This experiential learning activity is meant to raise consciousness of the barriers faced by millions of people in the United States, because it is so important for us to understand as nurses and advocates of health equity what that might feel like. I'm just going to tell you a quick story. Yesterday I met with an 80-year-old woman who lost her retirement savings, her home, her house down in Mexico due to a catastrophic illness. She thought she had enough saved. She had a house, as I said, in Mexico. She was going to move down there when she retired, and then she got stomach cancer. And she spent 7 months at OHSU in Portland. And during that time, her home foreclosed, and she capped out on her insurance. Health Net stopped paying at about $1 million. And she was then had about $400,000 that she owed OHSU, and that was just for the hospital. And then she spent a month at Hearthstone, which is a assisted living here in Medford. She has a degree in psychology. She had always had high-paying jobs throughout her career, but for the last 12 years since the surgery, she's been living with poverty. And I met her yesterday for the first time. She's witty, she's humorous, she's gracious, and she made me feel very at ease. And I get quite emotional when I think about her story. But this is one story that's repeating itself over and over. So when we think of people who live in poverty or who are living to make ends meet, it's not always, the person who's living on the street, or some of the ideas that we think about, the pictures that we have in our head. It can be any of us, right? It can happen to us at any time. After the month is up, as I said, we'll spend some time talking about your experience in a debriefing session, and what they mean for you also as an individual, but also as a healthcare professional.